Hey, what's good, everybody? Um, Seymore here, or if you want to call it whatever name. Got so many names. But I just wanted to talk about um, self-awareness and prosperity. Just those two things, because they both kind of intertwine. Self-awareness and prosperity really intertwine, I feel like. Um, a lot of it has to do with God as well, because there's this whole thing where it's believed that you shouldn't have prosperity until you die in heaven. But um is that true? It might be an old thing, but because nowadays more people are, I feel like more people are trying to get to that prosperity level, or doing all these new age money ways. And I feel like less people are spiritual, well, not spiritual, religious, like going to church. Because I remember when I went to a church one time, and it wasn't for any service or anything. It was just for, like, the driver license testing. And the guy there was like, "Yo, they don't really get that much people anymore, and especially young people. They get some old people because people are always getting old, but they don't really get a lot of old people. So I guess the young people are out there working on the prosperity, are being distracted in some sort of way. Who knows? Who knows? But either way you look at it, um, there is like a stigma though, where it's like, yo, heaven is after, like heaven is after. Heaven isn't now. Like you have to wait, you have to pray to get to heaven after you die. But that's kind of like, yo, what? So what do you do now? You know what I mean? What do you do now? You just suffer or something? Crazy, crazy. But I don't really believe, say, yo, you have to wait till after if you like have a heaven, a heavenly like experience. I feel like you're able to do that regardless right now. Either way, you know what I mean? Like, I think you have to wait to get to that level if you do that. But what I like to say is, say to yourself, say, yo, I can do it. You know what I mean? I can have heaven now. I know death is like, yeah, the resting or whatever, but heaven on earth, or heaven in your mind, really is all you need. Because if in your mind you're stressed and all those things, and you're constantly in this loop of pain and struggle and all them stuff there, you're not going to be, like, your mindset is not going to be like, oh, I'm in joy. You'll be more of like praying for um for deliverance, or whatever the hell that they, deliverance, that's what they call it. Yeah, like you're praying for deliverance. It's like you're waiting until you're dead to really get a heaven. But you don't have to do that, yo. You don't have to do. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like it seems so simple for me to say, but it is kind of like a outlandish thing. Like, yo, if we have heaven, we have heaven now. But like, it's really about like shaping your reality in a way where you feel comfortable enough that you can rest and be like, yo, this feel like heaven. This like heaven. You ever walk out into like a field and it's just like there's no buildings, there's no bunch of city stuff. If you're a countryman, you understand. And there's like this bliss. Or if you ever been on top of a mountain, or just in nature, and you just stop and it's like, wow, it's amazing. So there's states of mind where when it comes to this whole thing. And I'm sure, I mean, if you click on this video, then you possibly, you know, have a idea of that, or curious enough to want to know what that even means. You know what I mean? Anyways, it's a big thing. It's a big deal, but it bleeds into, not if you should be saying bleed, but right, but it does bleed into or merges into religion a lot, because um, I don't know exactly what the Islam stuff is, but I do think there's something where you should be the best version of yourself, and that have a lot to do with also having heaven here. No, right? Because if you have the best version of yourself, you're healthy, you're happy, and you're wealthy, and you have prosperity. You see me? And I think those are some of the things where you're supposed to have in a life, right? I mean, sufferation don't look good. It don't. It ain't cool. But when you have the perspective of like, oh, praying to God, like I prayed, like I pray, say, yo, God, change this, please. That's not a good frequency. Like praying for that, play like saying, oh, please, I'm begging, don't do that, don't do that. That's not good. You see me? That's not one good vibration. So let me tell you what you need to do. You need to switch it up, and be delusional, and just be like, yo, everything is good, man. Have it already. You know what I mean? Like you have to create it in your mind. Yo, I mean, I know there's probably so much people who say it already, but I gotta say it. I gotta say it. I gotta say it again. I repeat it again. Cause here's how things work. I feel like, oh, here's how the mind works. You might hear something from somebody, and you don't even care what they say. Like they're probably saying the best thing, the best advice, the best way to get you into where you want to be in life, right? But just because that person don't really represent anything in your subconscious mind, your mind don't even register it. Your mind don't even acknowledge it because your mind is looking for some familiarity, you see me? So like if you don't hear it from somebody where you feel like, oh, I relate to it, or something where you would aspire to be, it's not gonna click in your mind, yo. It's not gonna click in your mind. So that's why the person who's saying it to you, or the way you're getting the message is very important. You know what I mean? Like when you look at it this way, if you as a youth, a ghetto youth, you did it and you see another person who came from the ghetto or wherever you came from, it doesn't even matter if he was ghetto youth, he get suburb, wherever. And you're like, yo, he came from my city or he came from my town, and yo, look how he did that, and or you went to the same high school, or you went to the same gym, or you're playing the same team, or maybe just something similar. Like you went to the same university, you know what I mean? And you were in the same course or whatever. Something that aligns with like, yo, you can be like, you aspire to be like that. You know what I mean? So if a message is not coming from somewhere like that, you're not gonna really be tapped into it. I feel like that's one big thing what to do with the church as well, because but the guy was saying to me like, oh, there's not much young people, because obviously you don't have that much young people speak. Like young people not coming to hear some old guy. You know what I mean? So there's that too. But there's so much to it. But I'm just saying it that to the point where you have to be kind of open minded as well, because not everybody who may look like you or align with your beliefs is gonna be the one that's giving you the message. You know what I mean? So you gotta be like, yo, just listen to any, like, don't be judgmental. The message might come from anywhere. You never really know where the message is gonna come from. So that's one thing. Like some guy might come up and he's telling the truth. He's like, yo, he's telling the truth, but he's dressed like all shabby or whatever, and he's like, yo, no, this is happening. Some crazy stuff happening in the alley, and because he's a homeless guy, he might be like somebody look like he's a drug addict. Everybody's like, nah, nah, nah. So just take it from me. Be a little bit more open minded, isn't it? And you will get the messages. You will understand the thing, because when you just be like, yo, I ain't gonna listen to this guy. I'm just gonna listen to the guy who's constantly saying the same thing over and over, and it's not working for me. Yeah, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not working for you, yo, and you're constantly doing it and doing it. You gotta switch it up. You gotta switch it up and just be like, yo, start doing affirmations. If you want your life to really change, start doing affirmations. Just like every day, like rewire your mind. You have to rewire your brain. You have to rewire your brain because your mind already believe one thing because you're not in that place yet, right? So here's how the world, not even the world, here's how life works. When you're in like your whatever reality you're in right now, when that reality changes, your mind is at a complete you're a complete different person, basically, because every experience um every experience affects you. Every experience influences you. Every experience influences your decisions. Is what I say. So when you're amidst it, you have to be like, yo, I have to think like I'm already in that place. I gotta think like I'm already in that place because you really want to rewire your reality. So, we meditation, like visualization, are one really big thing. You heard about what's it called? Vision boards. That's why vision boards work, yo. But just imagine you do that in all the ways that work. You do it with sound. You do it with visualization. You do it with feeling, which can be like a part of visualization too. But it's like just like imagining that feeling, how you would feel in that moment, like for whatever you want to be to change. Let's talk about prosperity right now, self awareness. So prosperity and self awareness to to greatness or to abundance. To get anything you want. Or you know what I mean? Something like that. So you have to meditate that way there. And really do affirmations. So the affirmations, what the affirmations do is rewire your subconscious mind. And we're like, oh, yeah, you just say things, you just say things, but also you have to believe it, you have to feel it. So write it, say it. That's another thing I missed out. Write it, say it, visualize it, feel it. You know what I mean? In your mind, feel it in your body. Think about that moment, how you would feel when that's happening. And I guarantee, if you do that, let's say you do that, you do the writing, like you say that one phrase, like 10, like write one sentence 10 times. Like let's say you want this prosperity or whatever for yourself or whatever, or you want to be happy or whatever. You write it 10 times and you do all of those things along with it. And I'm guaranteed, like do that once a day or do that, let's say you do that before you go sleep. And you say, all right, I receive all these feelings or I receive this reality, and then you go sleep. Your subconscious mind is sleeping on that. Your mind is literally like living on that. Like your mind is vibing on that. So I mean, your mind is vibing on that. It's like that's what you want to do. So give that a try. Give it a try. See how that work. Do that for 30 days, or do that for 60 days. If you're bad, go for 60 days. But seriously though, that's the type of stuff you have to do, yo. I mean, I don't think like jumping up and just being like, I wish this will happen. I pray to God that this will. That's, I don't know. How? Tell me how much people that works for, and tell me which one feels better as well. Because when you really feel that emotion in yourself, it's kind of like very liberating. You feel very good, you know what I mean? But I feel like on the frequency chart, the feelings chart, emotions and all that, on that whole chart, you can literally see that 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 feeling has a lower frequency of like lack. Because when you're saying, oh, please give me this, it's like you're already confirming in your mind that you don't have it. And you don't want to confirm in your mind that you don't have. See me? That's a lack mindset. So don't do that. See him? All right. Next thing now, we finish it off. See him? Always talk good about yourself. Don't jump out and don't be like, oh, this bad is happening and talking bad about it. Don't do that. Don't talk bad about yourself. your perspective of yourself are one of the most, actually the most important thing if I do with your reality. What anybody else believe or anybody think don't matter. Don't matter. What nobody else think. What matter the most is what you believe. Because if somebody else thinks something else, like, oh, he's a Satanist, he's wicked, and he's da da da. Because people say some crazy stuff, and I'm like, what you talking about, bro? All of this are just symbolism and really symbols. You see me? Either way, people go say stuff, but it's all about how you perceive it. Because if you get up and you say, yo, God is within me, and then I tell a man, say, yo, God is not over there in the sky. I'm not waiting after that day I get to go to God. Like, God there, so no, bro. People go look at you different and say, what? Nah, what are you talking about? But guess what? Once you feel like God within, that's it. You have the power today. It's there. It's there. Everybody got it. So if you be like, oh yeah, no, Jesus alone, Jesus. Jesus was telling everybody, yo, I got it. Everybody got it. We all got the power. I got the power. You know what I mean? But when somebody's coming out and be like, yo, and telling everybody that, it kind of become like too much for whoever in the control and all that. But that's the truth, man. Everybody got some kind of shine. Everybody's a star. Everybody's a star. Everybody got star quality. I just I feel like throughout time that was robbed. Everybody was robbed of that reality through the mind. As I said, everything is the mind. So if you have somebody start believe, oh, I'm not a star, or oh, I'm this, oh, I'm not that, or that, then the reality becomes that. So you make up your mind. You want your reality to become that? Nah, man. Don't even believe that. Don't even believe that. You don't even believe none of the worst things. Don't even believe none of the worst things. Like, come on now. Come on now. You have to shape your reality to where you see it. You notice a lot of times, even like famous actors or musicians or whatever, some crazy thing happen and they come back and then change their whole reality, and then everybody's like, oh, he's changed, and then they start doing all these charities and all these good things. They really reshape their own reality, like the public perspective. And you'll be like, yeah, yeah, social engineering, and oh yeah, they're manipulating us. He's just cleaning up his image. Your image is the number one thing. Your self-image is the number one thing for your reality. So that's why you see them do that so fast, and they have the resources to do it. They already have the mindset to do it, and after that, then do that, them start get worldly more connections. They rebuild. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, if you want to get connections, rebuild, and bring back the prosperity into your life, bring in wealth into your life. That's what you need to do. You have to put a good look of you have to put a good look of yourself out into the universe, like into the world. You see what I'm saying? Like through your mind. If you get up every day and you believe all the best things about yourself and you do the affirmations, all of them stuff there, you're good. Of course you got to amplify and enhance to you. No matter what nobody else saying. No matter what nobody else saying. You know what I mean? Like when you see somebody's like doing their thing, happy still, doing great, and they still believe and happy within themselves, you realize what happened. You realize like no matter what happened, like some crazy thing, people still are like to try to take them down and just don't work because them already believe one thing, yo. They already believe that there's nothing that's gonna shake them from not trusting and loving themselves, and you know what I mean. So I feel like that's the number one thing when it comes to it. Like the whole thing about like, yeah, God, pray to God for this, and yeah, that's cool too. I guess it's but it keeps people together. I feel like church, like best thing with church, I like togetherness. That's one of the number one things. But I think the whole thing, I say, yo, yeah, man, what if I wait till after heaven? And, come on now, get the prosperity. No, seeing, no. Bring your heaven, yes or no. Create your heaven, yes or no. Because guess what? When you die, your consciousness is what continues. Everything else gone. Your body gone. All of these possessions are your consciousness. So when you pass away, your mind already in that one set mindset. So when who knows what happened after, right? That might end up being a reality after your eternity, how you thought of yourself and how you know what I mean, your perspective, how what did your mind stay at the time, and that might have a lot to do with if you go do another life, if you believe in a reincarnation. You know, I've seen a lot of stuff that looks real with reincarnation. So if you already believe that in yourself, say, yeah, me prosperous and me infinite, nothing can stop you when you pass away. Your mind already know that is feared. You see what I mean? So just keep it like that. I don't think you're gonna die and you go see one guy and he name Jesus and him gonna be like, yo, shake your hand and be like, yo, you made it. Unless that's what you created in your mind mentally that you have to do. You know what I mean? I feel like it's really up to us. I feel like even all the other stories have something to do with the passage, yes, but I feel like all that stuff is editable. Why some of these guys then jump out and then just edit the Bible, King James version, whatever other version, and all these other versions? Man, they manipulate reality, bro. See, click, click, beep, beep, watch, seal, seal. Man, them a manipulate reality, bro. They put their version. Oh, there's a Bible. Here's my version. That's what I like. That's what they did. They didn't just be like, oh, we're gonna just. Yo, that's what you have to do with life. That's what you have to do with your life. You get your life and you be like, oh, this is what it is. This is what it is. You know what's up? Here's my version of this life. This is what I'm doing now. This is what we're doing. You tell reality, say, yo, this is what we're doing. You're not telling me what to do. You're not bullying me. You know what I mean? And that might mean, oh yeah, you go work on yourself, try to build up yourself and do something. And you know, it's stuff not always immediate, yo. As me say, like stuff not always immediate. But if you don't already believe say it possible, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You might get lucky, yes. But how many times you go get lucky? How many times you go rely upon luckiness? How many times you gonna rely upon luck? And also, I don't even think luck itself real as well, because a lot of times these people, when the lotto and stuff is like, they had so much belief that they were just like, it's gonna happen. Like they were just, it wasn't like a lazy one, you know. I feel like that kind of magnetize things, if you win things, you know. I don't know. I feel like you have to magnetize yourself. Like, yo, I got it. I got the prosperity. You know what I mean? So, anyways, yo, that's just a part of one me think. So, wanted to tap on into that with the this whole prosperity and self awareness thing. But let me get a little bit more in self awareness as well. When it comes to the self awareness thing, I feel like that has a lot to do with your gifts, right? So the prosperity, don't expect something to just fall out of the sky. That might happen to some people, you know, yeah, some fall out of the sky and get a big opportunity and whatever. You can manifest things that way as well. But let's say you manifest something like drop out of the sky. You have to have some kind of skill or something to keep that going, right? So that's where the self-awareness part come in. Because if you have immaculate self-awareness, yo, you already know your skills. You already know what the value you can provide to the collective. Because that's what the main thing is. Like, what can you provide that's valuable to everybody? Or maybe not everybody, but valuable to the collective in some sort of way. As long as you figure that out, your prosperity will just flow to you. Because, like, guess what? Sometimes in the reality, it's like this. You try to get something, or somebody might be trying to help you, and it's like, nah, you're not supposed to get the prosperity in that way. You're supposed to get this prosperity through your gifts. So if somebody's like, oh no, here's this, here's that, they're kind of like slowing you from getting through your real prosperity. And sometimes that's why people will, like, in a life, they lose things. Like they get things and them like lost it to whatever way, and then they got into what they really was. You know what I mean? They got into what really was like easy for them, and within that sphere of their gifts, and the self awareness is just turn up so much that it's like second nature to them, because if you're already self-aware of what you're doing, when you do it, you're gonna be so connected to it that the value you're giving to the collective or whatever your customers or whatever you're doing, right? It's gonna seem so genuine and so natural. And I feel like as people, we're just drawn to that as well. Like even with business, I feel like yeah, we can run as much ads as we want, but nothing beats knowing somebody in person. Why all the mom and pops companies like they always last so long, and then the other big companies I mean, maybe in a big cities they kind of beat them out because of like globalization and extra and all the money and stuff. But the mom and pop stayed alive for that long as well, those stores, because of that human connection. And we know that person, and you know that's trust. You know what I mean? I just feel like the only thing is like convenience that they needed to tap into a little bit on the mom and pop stores. But still, that's why a lot of businesses um, they survive because of that connection. But that connection can only happen if like you know so much about the whatever you're doing or the product. So and that's where the self awareness come in, yo. With the prosperity part at least, right? So you want to get your prosperity on, get your self awareness on, like immaculate, straight clarity, so much clarity that it's almost like you just become an expert at anything or whatever that thing is. I don't know what that thing might be. You will know. I wouldn't know, but you will know yourself, as long as you know do your affirmation thing, them believe in yourself, and just believe, say you can do it. Like don't be like, oh man, we're gonna fail. Like I remember one time, I'm gonna give you a story real quick. With that play football, and we were like at the finals, right? And we were winning in the beginning, and they scored. We had 2 goals up, and they scored one, and then we scored another one, so it was like 3-1. They scored again, it was like 3-2, and then right close to the end, they scored one more. Went to extra time, went to penalties. They scored. What was that? They scored the first penalty, I think. I don't know, like when they scored the first time, I just know all of us, we just give up. We just start, oh my God, we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose. You know what I mean? We just start feeling it. And some of us were like, yeah man, keep it up. We can do it, we can score, you know what I mean? But majority of us, we just knew it, man. We just accept defeat at that point. It was insane. Like it was, I could see it, the whole team. But it's like, yo, no, but it was probably like one person who wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, but that you could see it's contagious. You know what I mean? It contagious. It was contagious. So guess what? You have to be that person who's like, yo, me can do anything. I'm gonna do it. I'm prosperous. I'm rich. I'm wealthy. I'm happy. I'm healthy. You know, every day I can do anything through Christ within me, or whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? Through God or Allah or Buddha or whoever you believe in, and you constantly say that, like, empower yourself, like, or even if you don't believe in an old God, or you just be like, yo, me just believe, say I can do something. You know what I mean? Yo, that's all you need. That's all you need, because guess what? That thing contagious. So anybody come around, no matter what they believe in, once you're a person who will have this um, belief in themselves, positive, like this positive mindset, it's just gonna be contagious. And then what will happen is you create a wave of prosperity. There's a wave of prosperity and positivity and self-awareness, and you draw more of that towards yourself as well. So I just feel like that's all you really need to do. Like I didn't want to come and be like preaching like, oh, God is not real, or don't believe in this, or like, yo, believe in what you want to believe in, yo. But at the end of the day, just make sure your mind, you have like a positive mindset, because if you don't have a positive mindset, you just I feel like you're just doomed, because if it's the latter, then you just keep creating like a negative loop for yourself, like just pure foolishness. So and you don't want to do that, unless you really want to do that. I understand people like, yeah, chaos or whatever. Yeah, we can play around sometimes. Yeah, yeah, and that's like the creative side. But at the end of the day, you want some real change in your life and prosperity, and this are the key. I think this is the key. At least this is a key, like a key. This is one of the keys. I got the keys, but like this is one of the keys. So just meds that in your mind. Do that as your homework. Remember what I say. Um, Affirmation, feel, emotion, and do that every day. Every day. Don't miss a day. All you want to do every day is um, maybe before you go to sleep. Because when you wake up, you're just like, I don't want to do that. Most people aren't morning people, are rising people, grand rising. So like before you sleep is a really, I feel like before you sleep is the best time. I feel like you have no distractions and you're tired. You're almost in that REM, no, not REM sleep, but like that frequency. Like you see, like when you're kind of tired, you feel like you're kind of more creative in a way, like, you know. So do it before you go sleep every day. Just make it like a part of your 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 routine, your daily routine, and you will see your vibration rise up. You raise up your vibration, and yo, let me know. Let me know how it goes. So that's something I've for on today. I want to say thank you for clicking the video. If you're interested in this, I don't know why you're interested in this, but there you go. That's the message. That's the talk. That's the talk. So why you guys let me know what else you would want me to talk about on this channel, what kind of stuff you're interested in, and what you even think about what I'm saying. If you think I'm just talking about some foolishness, like, oh, or it's all stupid or what, just let me know. Let me know what you think. You might be right. You know what I mean? You might be right. Who knows? We're all right. I feel like we're all right in our own right, right? No, we got bars up in here. I feel we all right in our own right, right? Hey, hey. Anyways, thank you guys. Just remember to do those things. You got your homework. Do your homework. Maybe if you want to do it for 21 days, some people say, yeah, the frequency, or not the frequency, not numerology or whatever when it comes to it. But I would just say keep hitting goals. Keep hitting mini goals. Do that. Keep hitting mini goals. And I think you'll get there. I think you'll get there. So until further ado, um, if there's anything important, I might leave links in the description. Um, Leave a comment down below. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. And also, when you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know whenever I post something, so you can see the video immediately. And further ado, big up on yourself. Peace.